Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the first ever English spoken review of a watch that shows how microbrands change the global landscape of horology. Nowadays, great watches come from Singapore, Australia or Thailand, places that 20 years ago would not have been associated with bringing originality to collections worldwide. Today, putting Mexico on the map, here's Justiniani Gilgamesh. Ignacio Torres Justiniani has a deep passion for history. It was therefore natural that when he decided to start his microbrand adventure, he will tap into this vast resource for inspiration. What's surprising is that instead of taking advantage of the amazing cultural heritage his own Mexico is renowned for, his first model claims to be inspired by Greek mythology. Unfortunately, that luckless aviation-styled watch is still looking for a home as the crowdfunding project was eventually cancelled. Undeterred, Ignacio kept on trying to find his language, and that led to a completely different design with a completely different source of inspiration. Before reviewing Gilgamesh, it should be noted that the watch is now available on Kickstarter, and links to the campaign and Justiniani's website will be provided in the description of the video. Considering the emphasis Ignacio has put on the unicity of its style, it would be easy to fast forward through analyzing the case of Gilgamesh, especially as, since the advent of the Tissot PRX, the integrated Royal Oak style has been overdone to saturation. But ignoring the case would be a mistake. Sure, there's an air of, let's say, familiarity about the flat pseudo-cushion case, but literally there's more to this case than it meets a superficial glance. It takes getting close and personal with Gilgamesh to realize this is actually not an integrated bracelet watch. And that's down to both the bracelet's very good fit and to a design that makes it blend flawlessly between the two pairs of strong lugs. I've seen too many examples of watches where the bracelet's type of finish and dimensions don't match the head of the watch to not compliment Justiniani for creating pretty much a monolith. While waiting for the review piece, I looked at renders and photos of the watch on Justiniani's social media accounts, but taking the watch out of its gorgeous leather travel pouch, what immediately stood out was something not shown by said images: the intricate, totally original profile of the case. The proportions of multifaceted construction are just right, but the alternation of brushing and polishing, and especially the areas chosen to stand out, are very, very left field without veering into gimmicky just for the sake of its choices and make the watch stand out from similarly themed designs. This three-dimensionality achieved through volumes and textures is carried over to a gorgeous bracelet. Very substantial yet supple, the metal band conforms very well to the wrist, ensuring both comfort and balance, yet unfortunately it ends in an outdated clasp whose on-the-fly adjustments are done through the diver's extension, which, while quite practical, breaks the design when deployed. Coming back to the case, the crown of the watch is just as strong, helps the watch get a respectable rating of water resistance of 100 meters, and sits under a dodecagonal bezel, leading to the part of the watch that exploits the narrative of its namesake. World's first documented superhero, Gilgamesh is said to have lived 5,000 years ago in the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia. Men of similar strength and guile might have lived before, but his exploits are known to this day because they were immortalized in a series of poems written in humanity's first alphabet, the cuneiform writing. Fascinated by the strange beauty of the cuneiform calligraphy, Ignacio has literally lifted a page of history and engraved it in the dials of Gilgamesh. The result is a textured appearance that's discreet enough to not be distracting, yet striking enough to differentiate this watch from the plethora of geometric patterns common in horology. Rather unfortunate, some may say, much of the text is covered by the power reserve indicator and no less than 3 lines of text under the pinion. To me though, the dial of this watch is perfectly balanced and taking any of the details off might have been detrimental. One tiny critique though, Justiniani's logo is eerily similar to that of NMI watches, but that's a detail only a microbrand expert like myself would notice. For under $500, the fit and finish of this watch are outstanding. A bold design such as this needed the technical expertise to make it work, and there are plenty of little touches that elevate this construction well above its price point. It honestly feels premium, and the heft of it adds to this sensation, and the integration of the bracelet is as tight as any. Also, a special mention for a leather travel pouch that's both unique and well put together. This is the second watch that I reviewed this month that's powered by Miyota's 9133 caliber, and its power reserve indicator complication has grown on me considerably. Miyota has won the affordable calibers battle against Seiko a long time ago, and it's great to see microbrands choosing more exotic variations of the 9 series. As this is a prototype, I will give it a pass, but more AR coating is needed in my opinion. The amount of BGW9 lume is more than adequate though for this type of watch. Unlike many watches with similar footprints, Gilgamesh was true to its 39mm diameter. Its substantial bracelet combined with its 13mm height might overpower slim wrists, but on my 19cm joint it wears perfectly. Would have been great to try on the round bezel and the complementary rubber strap, but unfortunately they were not part of the package I've been sent. They should, theoretically at least, dress the watch up or down, influencing its versatility. As for legibility, close to zero complaints. The date window is of an adequate size for my aging sight, and the hands stand out against the dial despite the occasional glare. Had the same problem I had with Bosch Stargazer though, as the off-center native placement of the power reserve indicator throws one off when trying to read time between 9 and 11. Not blowing my own horn here, but this is one of those textbook examples of why microbrand watches have to be reviewed. It sometimes goes against them, with keen eyes and soft fingers finding faults and reasons for you to not spend your money. But then there are cases where the best renders and the most professional photographers fail to capture the vibe of a watch. If I was rather skeptical at the thought of reviewing yet another cookie-cutter watch based on a generic, boring design, having a chance to wear the Gilgamesh, I can say it won me over. Thank you for watching, be safe, be well, and take good care of your wrists. You only have 2.